Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. During this video, I will be showing you how you can change the properties of a material in Unity during runtime through the scripts that you have seen. So let's have a look at how this may be looking. So I have a script here and a material that is changing through that script. So whenever I'm pressing my mouse, you can see that I'm able to change the roughness or the glossiness or the smoothness, whatever you want to call it, of this material. And let's have a look at how that is done. So in order for you to change the material, first of all, you need to get a hold of the material. And I do that through getting the mesh renderer. And if you were to go to an object, you'll see that there is a mesh renderer when you create a mesh. For example, this has a capsule on it, and you can see that the mesh renderer holds the material. So I'm first getting the component of the mesh renderer and then getting the material through that and putting it into a variable of type material. And in the update, I'm checking if the left hand side, the left button of the mouse is pressed or the right mouse. And based on this, I'm changing the values, and the values are actually changed through these two lines right here. So I am setting essentially a float inside of the material that I have, and in this case, it's the glossiness. For some reason, it's glossiness instead of smoothness. So if you were to go onto the material, you'll see smoothness, but for some reason, it's named glossiness behind the scenes in Unity. So that is kind of confusing, but basically, I'm changing the smoothness of this material by 0.05 each time I'm pressing the mouse. You can see that I'm passing in a variable, which is basically just a float, and that is what I'm changing. And once I change it, I'm passing that in the set float function. So basically, this set float function accepts two parameters. One is the so basically which property should I be changing in the material. So I'm passing in the name of that property, and I'm passing it as a string, as you can see from the dots right here, and then passing in the value that this property should change towards. So that is how you can change the, for example, floats. But there are other stuff that you may want to be changing, and there are stuff that obviously you may not be able to find their names. So I found a very simple solution on how to find each of the names. So for example, if you were trying to change the smoothness, you have no idea or no way for you to learn that it's not of smoothness, it's called glossiness behind the scenes. So in order for you to find this, you need to go on the three dots right here on the material, press edit shader, and through this you'll find all of the properties, all of its names. You can see all of them right here, and it says on the left hand side it's the name, and the right hand side is the type. So you can see, for example, a color is color type, texture is a texture type, glossiness is range, but you can use float obviously as it's a float. So each of these provide their names and the type that you should be changing. And through, for example, using the set float, set texture that you can find online. If you go to the material API on Unity documentation, you'll find everything you need if you want to change something else instead of float that I've showed. And through that, you'll be able to easily change each of the properties without any issue. So hopefully you found this video useful, and if you did, make sure to like on the video and subscribe onto the channel. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please comment them below. Have a good rest of your day, and goodbye.